because there are no dues and fees, there are no governors and leaders, there are no rules and laws. There is no time that starts or ends that you have to be there. If you want to show up at the beginning and stay till the end, you can if you want to. And it's based off of attraction rather than promotion. No one is forced. So that's all I want you guys to do. So what I'm looking for is for you guys to say, hey, listen, Daisy, what it sounds like is you want us to say, number one, hey, we want parent partners to replace DCFS. What do you think about families keeping families together instead of industry separating us? And then the second piece is, can I have your contact information so that us parents can finally together? Do you want to be a part of this movement? Do you want us to come together and replace these systems? What is your contact information? So it's parent partners replacing DCFS. What is your contact info? By the way, Daisy the Venice Healer is not doing this. Rico's doing this. I can't possibly do all of this. I can't do DCFS and police and LA Parks and Recs and LA Water and Power and Sewage. That's too much work. I can't do all the gardening, and I can only awaken and unite. So I'm giving the power away. Rico's already trying to do this. So I'm going to let the parents know we got to go support Rico. So I don't want you guys to think this is like Daisy. This is about Rico. And then when we go talk to Parks and Recs, we're going to support those fellowships, the gardeners. Grandma's got a garden. The homies are going to plant the plant medicine so that the feelings can be felt instead of the numbing out. And now we're actually getting rid of the addictions. And instead of the homies selling stuff that's not good for us, they're just freely planting what we need to feel better. What was that?
Rico, I talked to him, right?
No. Rico is on the boardwalk. He has an empanada shop just north of Windward. Rico is also at the SAG-AFTRA building, 5757 Wilshire Boulevard, the DCFS West LA office. He is the head of Parent Partners. And Eva is the head of the West LA DCFS office, and we must also go speak there. But that is another day and another time, Goddess. Today we are going to the Edelman Children and Family Courthouse in Monterey Park for the servicing all of the Los Angeles area families, from the valley to the east to the west in the coast and the South Bay. This is where the families are ripped apart and the hearts are shredded, and the children and mothers and fathers cry out in agonizing pain as they suffer silently, getting ridden hard through the systems of DCFS, and then they go to the Edelman Children and Family Courthouse. Dun, dun, dun.
Is this thing that Rico has, is it a nonprofit? Is it a 501?
Parent Partners is supposed... Parent Partners is online. It is on every DCFS website. It is already affiliated with DCFS. They are already trying to do what I'm talking about. All we're doing is giving them a push. You could Google Parent Partners. You will end up on their website. You will find a phone number that will not be answered. You will see that there are no meetings that we can go to. That's why we need to get the parents' phone numbers and start our own meeting and get in touch with Rico. And that's what we tell the parents. We say, unfortunately, you could go online and see that there's a Parent Partners website under DCFS. And unfortunately, you'll see that there's no meetings and that no one will answer the phone number. But we're going to get your phone number, and we're going to reach out to you, and we're going to have an email and a group text and whatever.
Rico's not doing all this stuff.
If you want us to text you individually, we're going to support Rico by doing it for him.
Okay.
And then we're going
the thing,
to...
Because then we bring all together all these families, and then they're like, yeah, we want to do this, but then he's not doing anything.
Well, right now we gather at the
Then
beach.
it's like, okay,
Well, right now we gather at the beach
okay,
every...
He's not committed to it, then it's hard to bring these families
You
together.
can't break, I can't promise.
Well, right now we gather at the beach every single morning. Right now we can offer a space where you can come and receive a space to heal your body through breath work and yoga and body work, You can heal your biofield by feeling your feelings in an empathy healing circle where we all share and listen and attune to each other's bodies and then give empathy. And then we will create a space where we meet needs together.
So for my idea, the parents, parent partners is more of just a support network, not actually working to get like the kids back in their lives. It's more
Yes,
of just how do
we are doing that, but we must get all the phone numbers, and then we are going to empower Rico. So the first thing we do is we ask the parents, are you interested in this? Do you want parent partners to replace DCFS? And if they say yes, then we say, well, right now, there's no longer a meeting, not much is happening. We're going to get all the information of all the parents and we're going to bring everyone together. What's your information? And that's the first part. That's what we're going to, that's where we're at today.
Very, like, very, like, as someone who's done sales, you need to not be pushy with it. It's very sensitive. You know what I'm saying? So it's like...
We all want another way. We all don't want police and judges and foster families to take our children away from us.
Exactly, but like...
She's saying that not...
So instead of...
It's how we're going to say it.
Yeah, and it's like...
Like everything I've talked to you about.
I think
I don't claim to know. Why don't you guys tell me what you're going to say?
So what I'm trying to communicate is this. Is essentially...
You're being aggressive with us. You're going to be aggressive like with them. And then it's really going to shut people up.
Because I'm in pain and I miss my kids.
And I
understand
that.
and agree.
I totally sense that. And I feel that. But what I'm saying is in this setting, you have to be very, very, very just... you have to be in accordance with how they're... Like, you have to... Like, you can't just be like a door...
Instead of telling me what not to do, could you tell me what to do?
Okay. I would say just be very...
Tell me what you would do.
Okay, I'll tell you what I would do. I would be... First off,
like, pretend that you're going to talk to the people and you're telling me how to talk to them.
Let me share what I need to share. Okay?
That's exactly this right here.
I need to share what I need to share. Because I've been hearing what you're saying and like, I'll say my piece. I would just come from a very, very soft angle and just try to gather information. Not necessarily pitch anything besides this exists. And I mean, I'm not even at the level yet where I know what the whole thing is yet.
So what does that sound like? Like if you're talking to the person and you approach them, what do you say?
Hi, my name is Lindsay. No, I've been going through some issues. I don't know your circumstances, but
my name is Daisy.
My name is Daisy. I'm going through this with my kids and it really hurts, and I've been ridden hard by this system. I think there are better ways, and I don't know your circumstances. Happy to share.
Sorry, my bad.
You know, we're here for you, but we think that there's a better way. The system is currently broken. We think that there's a better way, and we're just trying to unite families together. So having that support network towards one another, because we understand that, you know, there isn't this system for us. It's more designed for the foster and control. And I understand your pain that you could potentially be going through, because I myself am going through that. And we think there are better alternatives. Here's this partner of parents.
But you guys, but are you guys gonna say that to them? Because you're not being alienated from your kids.
Just ask, what would you tell you to say?
No, because you guys are gonna get we have to do it together. There's so many families in there, so I just want to make sure that you guys know what to say.
You just said.
I already know what to say. I want to know what you guys are gonna say.
No, you just.
Okay, I said it wrong. I made a mistake. Can I try again?
Yes.
Okay, let me try again. Pretend I didn't say that. I'm curious, you guys. What are you gonna say when you talk to these people? Because I already know what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna get their information.
Same version of that.
I would say
my name is Ben,
yeah.
and I know that there's hardship and stuff. So, exact same thing.
I would just do different versions, because it's like, the situation, it's the time, the setting. It's like, that's what I would do.
Let's use our brains together to try to figure out like the best approach. Because what we want is to unite the parents. We also want to empower them, to let them know that they are powerful, that we don't have to have these enforcers, we could do it ourselves. And instead of saying they did it to us, we could say we did it ourselves. So I don't know the answer, and I don't believe that I ever will. I believe that answer is something that we all find together. I want to be separated from my kids anymore. And I believe that the parents there don't want to be separated from their kids anymore. So my intention is to like find a way, how do we get our kids? How do we do it different than it's being done now? And I don't know how, so I'm asking you guys to help.
Each of their circumstances, so we can't just assume that.
And so the positive, like, could you guys help? Like, what do we do?
So this is what we do.
Like some actionable, doable things. Like, how do we do this?
You go into the situation with a preliminary assessment of what. Okay, so we're going.
First, parent partner is more organized, because then when you.
Yeah.
I've spent 5 years talking to them, you guys. I've already done this.
I know, but
Now it's time to go to the parents and get them organized, because otherwise you'd be saying we need to get the parents organized first if we were talking to Rico. We've already talked to Rico, so now we need to get the parents organized. We are getting the parents organized. How do we do that? We're on the way to the courthouse. You can't say first we have to get Rico organized. I've already talked to him for 5 years. He's not going to do shit. We need to mobilize the parents so that we have power, because the power is in numbers. Rico will not do any more than he's allocated with money as his job, because he doesn't want to do any more than he's paid to.
So I don't think we should push him towards parent partners. We should just say we need to come together.
Yes.
And would you like to set up a support, whatever?
The reason why okay, so it doesn't matter what we call it. I was just calling it parent
No, because then as soon as like, hey, if there's a good idea, and then they're like, you know what, I'm interested in this, but then they're like, there's nothing behind it, then it just completely goes away. And that's what that.
Okay, let's brainstorm a little bit. How does this sound? Help. I don't know what to do, you guys. I know the system isn't working. Our kids are being kept away from us, and I believe that this version we're using, where people are being paid, where we pay families to have our kids, where we pay social workers and police and judges, that this hurts us. I believe that we ourselves are meant to say we did it ourselves, and if we say others did it and they did it wrong, it's because we're meant to do it ourselves. That no one will ever do it the way that we like, and that we're all in a healing journey, and that if we enemy image parents because they hit, we're not realizing that this is a wound that's been carried for a long time. There's been hitting. And that
we don't know people's circumstances.
Okay, listen, I'm going to speak for myself. Hey parents, I had to learn how not to hit. I didn't lose my kids because of hitting. I lost my kids because I had to learn not to leave my kids alone. I had to learn to put more healing, healthy things in my body. I don't want to feel shame about this. I want to be honest. I don't want to have police take my kids away because of this. I want to have parents like you come into my life and say, hey, it's okay that you're hitting. I used to hit. I learned not to hit. I don't hit my kids anymore. Let me show you how. Like, I don't want you to feel shame for hitting. I want you to love yourself. It's okay. Let me show you how. Hey, I know that you think it's okay to leave your kids alone. That's okay. Please don't do that. It's really dangerous. Let me show you another way. Instead of punishing and taking the kids away and be like, oh no, don't tell them that. We have to have secrets. We can't say too much. I want us to be honest. Parts of us are violent. Parts of us hurt. You don't separate families because of this. You heal them. I want us to walk each other home. Does this sound okay, or is it too much?
It's too much in the sense where, like, you don't. Some of these.
What do I say instead? If it's too much?
Like, you have to realize some parents, they've done crazy things. Like, I know, like, I've
done crazy things. I've choked my kid before. It doesn't mean you take my kid away.
But there's things that are, like, more sinister of a level where it's like, sorry, never, you're not, like, no. So some things, you're not that case, but, like, in this county, in this world,
there's no reason to ever take kids away. There's nothing too sinister. I'm letting you know. No, that's not true. That's not true. There's no reason to ever separate kids from their parents. The option is, instead of separating, wrapping them in care. Instead of isolating the kids, you add others. Instead of saying, no, you can't be alone with the kids, you say, here, we've added others. You don't have to be alone with the kids. And if there's always someone there, then the kids are not going to be hurt. That we must add wraparound care.
What I'm trying to say is that there's some people who have
That's not true. There's no one who's not supposed to be with their child.
But there's some
Never have to care away from their kid. No, I will not disagree. You can add an eye worker where there's someone there 24 hours a day and you don't ever separate the family member. That if a child wants to be with their... I will never agree with that. My children were forcibly taken away from me. I will never agree that that was okay.
some circumstances where there's criminal acts like human trafficking.
There's no such thing as a crime.
But trust me, there are a lot of horrifying things that happen.
I don't believe in separating families ever.
I don't either, but some circumstances where there's literally evil,
There's no such thing as
It's
evil.
almost like saying the stuff that we've watched on TV. And
Everyone can heal.
Can you let me talk? You come to agree with stuff that we do in the military is necessary, even though.
No, I don't agree with it. I believe there's other ways. I'm just curious why we're doing
I'm
it.
done talking. You want to?
Just don't speak for me. I have to tell you it's wrong if you speak for me. So speak your truth and say in my world. Otherwise, I have to tell you my truth. I don't believe in that world of punishment. I don't believe that there's ever a reason for separating kids from their families. I don't believe there's evil.
But you agree that when ISIS and people are doing terrible things, that we as the United States, there is no reasoning in talking to them that we have to go do certain things for the better of everyone, whether it's good or not.
I believe our actions are...
You agree with that?
Let me know when you want me to respond. I'll tell you what my response is. I do not agree with that. No, I don't. I believe that our actions are atrocious and that a tickle torture is more wise. I don't ever believe in separating families. I believe in giving resources. I believe that who we enemy image and say is violent is in need of love, is in need of friends, is in need of community, is in need of affection, is in need of applied behavioral analysis to be modeled the behaviors that are more loving than that which they are doing, and that they are never to be separated from their kids, ever. That I was violent and hit, and that I learned not to hit through love. I believe that I never was meant to ever be separated from my kids, ever. That instead of secrets, that I was meant to be given love. That instead of being told I had to pay, that I was meant to thrive and being given resources. Instead of dating men who were disgusting, instead of going for hunks like you, Big Ben, by the way, I drool over you. You're always the hottest man in the room. I drool for you. You're familiar to my energetic system. I crave you. I used to be with men who made my skin crawl because of the lies I was told. I live in a different world. You said let's agree to disagree. I will never agree to your world because I don't consent to that world. I will fight. I will tickle torture till the end of time, until kids are never taken away from their family members ever again. If a child wants to see a parent, I will make sure, if there has to be 10 family members to make sure that parent doesn't bite and kick their kid, that there's 10 tribesmen there. That we will always give the most amount of love and care and kindness and the least amount of force and control. We will never do bombs or weapons ever again.
It's not the way it works.
I don't believe in that world. I believe in a world of love.
I'm doing my part.
Edelman Children and Family Courthouse, yes.
There you go. Love makes a family.
Love, I don't believe in family. I believe in tribe. Families fight. Families outcast each other. Friends also. Tribe unite. Tribe needs each other. Tribe has a swarm intelligence. Family lies.
What if
Family
people think
believes
the
that
foster
one
parents are part of
person
the tribe?
is responsible for all of your needs, and that's a lie. Family believes that kids are supposed to do what they're told, and that's a lie. Family believes that you're supposed to go and work and have gender roles, and that's a lie. Tribe believes that we all do what we want. Tribe believes that we all have the same exact feelings. We all have the same exact universal needs. Everything we do is because we're doing the best that we can with what we have, and that it is by meeting needs and giving love. And that you were supposed to turn right here, up here at this light. You must turn right now. And that tribe is the swarm intelligence we learned about together when we did our research. And that
How was your tribe at the beach helping you with this stuff?
my tribe does help me. Goddess friend Keisha and I held space in silence and did makeup, and I brushed my hair and did a love meditation. And then my tribe was silently in other areas more than 50 feet away, but every once in a while I would see my tribe walk by.
We've never been here.
I don't know how to do it.
We must park somewhere that we want. We could park in the, I believe that we do not want to pay, so let us park.
Well, I mean, that's like the only option at this point. So
let us park in this, that parking right there, because we do not have to leave the car if we park off lot. So just let them know we want to turn around and that we want to park.
I'll just do this somewhere.
Down the hill. I think if it's less than an hour, it's free.
It said,
You said that?
no, it said in
Flat
and
rate.
out, flat rate.
Well, I guess I gotta. Let me just.
Well, we can leave.
Well, let's just.
No,
park.
we can't.
We can't. So let's just assess the situation.
Okay, she'll let us leave. Let's ask.
No, let me just park right here. Hold up. Let me just park right here.
All right.
I'm gonna handicap for 2 seconds.
I'm gonna have to turn this off.
Because I'm gonna be so honest.